Good evening, welcome to the Fire Burns Within channel again. Time for another video. I had this idea of doing one underrated song from every album for some big bands that have got a lot of albums. So I'm starting with Megadeth. So I'm going to go through every album and say one song that's a little bit underrated in my opinion, of course. I mean, people will like what they like, but just one song that I think is a little bit underappreciated on each album. Anyway, okay, let's start. Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good. The song I'm going for is Looking Down the Cross. Now, I know this song has got a lot of fans, so it's not super underrated, but compared to, say, some of the other songs on there like Rattlehead or Skull Beneath the Skin or the title track Killing Is My Business or the opener Last Rites Love to Death, I don't know, Looking Down the Cross seems to be a little bit underrated. It's a much more groovier song. Very killer riffs later on. The vocals from Dave are very snarly as usual. It's just a little bit of an underrated song. If you look at compared to what else is on the debut. Okay, let's move on to Peace Sells But Who's Buying. Now, the song which I'm underrating on this is Bad Omen. Bad Omen is just an awesome song. I mean, Peace Sells is an awesome album, but it's got so many big hits. It's got Wake Up Dead, it's got Peace Sells, the title track, it's got Good Morning Black Friday, The Conjuring, but Bad Omen is just a wicked song. It's very thrashy, it's very fast, it's a wicked tune. I wouldn't say it's hugely underrated, but maybe compared to the rest on that album, it might get slightly dismissed. And it's virtually, obviously, never played live now. I don't know if Dave can sing that style anymore. Anyway, next one from the So Far So Good So What album. The one underrated track that I love is Mary Jane. I love this song. I love the slower build up. It's so melodic, and then towards the end it gets really fast and intricate, very thrashy. It's like two songs again. I mean, Megadeth have this habit of doing like two songs for the price of one sometimes. So Mary Jane is just an awesome song. I mean, So Far So Good So What is not my favourite Megadeth, but I like it. But compared to, say, I don't know, In My Darkest Hour, which is like the standout song, or say Into the Lungs of Hell, Set the World Afire, the proper opener, Mary Jane is awesome. It's not hugely underrated, but I think it's the masterpiece of the album, to be honest. So there you go. Right, next we go to the masterpiece of Rust in Peace, if you excuse the pun. And obviously all the tracks are well known, well loved. I mean, I'm not going to include Dawn Patrol as my underappreciated track because it's not really a proper track. It's a bass link, and it leads onto my underappreciated track, which is Rust in Peace Polaris. That's such an awesome song. The riffing on that is godly. It's absolutely godly. It's so catchy as well, the vocals, the way they're done. Awesome song. I mean, every song is awesome on Rust in Peace, everyone knows, but if you're going to pick an underrated song, you've got to go for the final song. It is an awesome song. Okay, let's move on. Countdown to Extinction. My underrated song here is Architecture of Aggression. Now this song is very cool. It's sort of got a shuffle riff. It's sort of like, you know, it's got this semi-chuggy shuffling riff. It's not like full on thrash. Nothing really is full on thrash anymore on this album, as everyone knows. It's a much more melodic album, but compared to, say, Symphony of Destruction, Sweating Bullets, Countdown to Extinction, Ashes in Your Mouth, which are fan favourites, I'd say Architecture of Aggression is just an awesome tune. It's got a great chorus as well, very melodic. You can hear this little catchy melodic guitar behind the chorus. It sounds awesome. So there you go. Countdown to Extinction is a great album, and I could have picked actually also Psychotron as an underappreciated song, but I went with Architecture. I think it's slightly better and still fairly underappreciated. Right, moving on to Euthanasia. Now the song I've chosen from here is called Elysian Fields. This is a very melodic song. It's very sort of quite slow. Well, most things are fairly slow on this album, but it's very melodic. It's sort of got this, it's hard to say, it's got this almost a Black Sabbath feel, but not quite. I mean, Megadeth is their own style, but the chorus on this one is awesome as well. I mean, I love the chorus on Elysian Fields. It's very catchy. It's a wicked chorus. The other song I could have picked from this is Blood of Heroes, which is also very awesome. It's also very similar to Elysian Fields. Another awesome chorus as well on it. So, I mean, the hits on this are Reckoning Day, Train of Consequences, A Tout Le Monde, which they always play. The Killing Road is a great song as well. But I decided to go for Elysian Fields. Right, moving on to Cryptic Writings, and I have chosen the song Have Cool Will Travel. A lot of Megadeth fans probably hate this song or just don't like it, but to me this is just an awesome song. It's so catchy, it's so groovy, it's so funky. The riff is like, it's one of those stop-starty Megadeth type riffs, you know. It's not like thrash at all, obviously. It's such a catchy riff. The vocals are awesome. Even the harmonica in the song makes it more awesome. I just love the groove, the feel. It's not like, it puts a smile on your face, you know. It's not so trying to be so thrashy or heavy or blasty. The other song which I love on this is Vortex. Vortex is a more thrashy song. It is underappreciated. I mean, a lot of genuine Megadeth fans do love Vortex as well, but it's slightly underappreciated. And Mastermind is a little bit underappreciated as well. That's got a thick groove. It's a nice song, but the number one for that album is Have Cool Will Travel. Compared to, say, the hits like Trust, Almost Honest, and She-Wolf, which Megadeth plays all the time live. Okay, moving on to Risk. Well, what can we choose from Risk that's underappreciated? Well, you know what? I've gone for their most poppy song on the album, Breadline. Basically, it's like a Bon Jovi type song, but it's really catchy and the chorus is very memorable. It stays in your brain. I mean, it's a catchy pop song, pop rock. What can I say? I mean, there's quite a lot of them to choose from on Risk. You know, you won't find too much thrashing happening. And hits wise, well, I don't know. You could choose any song on this and call it underappreciated if you like, because most people don't like most of it, so anything is possible. I guess Crush 'Em or, say, Prince of Darkness is more well known, or Insomnia maybe the opening track. Wanderlust is a nice song as well. I'll Be There is an okay song. It's another similar to Breadline, but in the end I went for Breadline as my underappreciated song from Risk. Now, World Needs a Hero is the next album, and the song I've gone for is Promises. It's like a brooding ballad, if you remember. It's yeah, it's a little bit underappreciated. It's quite a cool melody in the chorus. Yeah, I think it's slightly underappreciated. The other songs on there which could be, you could say, underappreciated is maybe Disconnect, the opener, or say Thousand Times Goodbye. Although a lot of people do like Thousand Times Goodbye, but in general, there's not many great big hits on there. Maybe Dread and the Fugitive Mind is a fan favourite from there. But anyway, let's move on. The System Has Failed. Right, the song I like from System Has Failed is The Scorpion. It's another mid-tempo banger. It's sort of got a, chugging riff, snarling vocals, and again a very catchy chorus from Dave. The way he sings that chorus is super, super catchy. The other song that I could possibly call underappreciated from this album is Tears in a Vial, or possibly Truth Be Told. Maybe it's quite a thrashy song, but I think The Scorpion is a very catchy song, and if you like the more melodic Megadeth, then you will love that one. Right, United Abominations are next, and the song I've chosen from this is Playful Blood. Very groovy, catchy song. It's got this thumping, heavy groove. It's not like intricate riff-wise. It's just a steady, pounding riff. Very groovy, very catchy. This is quite a style which I like in Megadeth. I don't always like it super technical or thrashy. I just like it groovy. The other song I could have chosen from this album is Never Walk Alone, A Call to Arms, but then I thought that one was fairly well liked, maybe, from the album. But Playful Blood, I've heard people say it's not that great, but to me, it's a really underappreciated. You're Dead is a really good song as well. I could have chosen You're Dead from this album, but anyway. Next is Endgame, and the song I've chosen from this is 1320. It's a speeding song, very cool little riffs, fast, groovy, slightly thrashy riffs, very good solos, nice chorus, song about drag racing, I believe. On Endgame, what else that I could have chosen? The Heart Is Part of Letting Go, Sealed with a Kiss, possibly, as an underappreciated. I mean, the big hits of the album is Head Crusher, 44 Minutes, This Day We Fight. I quite like The Right to Go Insane as well as an underappreciated song, but I went with 1320 as the one underappreciated song. Right, next we move to the 13 album. And the song I've gone for is Fast Lane, which is, again, a song about speeding like 1320. Dave likes his songs based on speeding down a motorway. Fast Lane is a good song. I mean, it's got good pace. It's catchy. It's nice. I mean, 13 has got quite a few underappreciated songs, I think. Whose Life is quite underappreciated. It's sort of like a little bit punky, that one. I mean, New World Order is an old song, so I feel strange including that, but I mean, it's an amazing song. Black Swan is also very catchy. The title track 13, I'm not a huge fan of that. I wouldn't say it's, well, some people might like it, but I didn't really like it. Never Dead is a very thrashy song, so it's going to have a lot of fans. Same with Sudden Death. So anyway, for that album, I went with Fast Lane. Right, Super Collider. Now, everyone who calls himself a Megadeth fan is always ratting on this album, saying it's not good or it's whatever. I mean, I quite enjoy it. It's quite a good album. It's down towards the bottom of Megadeth's discography, but it's still an okay album. It's got some good songs. And the song I've picked is Forget to Remember. It's a very catchy melodic rock type song. It's obviously not thrashy at all. It's a nice tune. It's got a good chorus. The theme of the song about dementia, and I think it's about Dave's mother-in-law. Before she passed away, she had dementia. She had Alzheimer's, and she was forgetting to remember stuff and all that. And the chorus is very nice on that song. I mean, there's some Built for War is a good song. Burnt, people don't like Burnt. I don't mind Burnt. It's not too bad. A couple of the other ones I don't really recall too well. Yeah, Kingmaker's a good start, but for underappreciated, I went with Forget to Remember. And then finally we reach Dystopia, and the song I've gone for here is the proper the album closer, the proper album closer. There's another song at the end if you count the cover, but the final song, The Emperor, it's sort of like a snarly song when Dave is dissing someone that he knows. To this day, I don't know who he's talking about. I mean, he said it's about somebody, the song, that done him some wrong in the past. So I'm not quite sure. I mean, he's written songs about Lars so many times. I don't know, a few times. So I don't think this one is surely about Lars again. Give Lars a break, Dave. Anyway, the song itself is really catchy. It's got this stop-start riff at the beginning, and then Dave's doing his angry, snarly vocals, and then the lyrics are quite funny. I mean, it's slightly a throwaway song, but it's still very catchy to me. I mean, it's quite underappreciated, in my opinion, anyway. I mean, the album has the first 3 or 4 songs are the big hits of the album. You know, The Threat Is Real, Dystopia, Fatal Illusion, Death From Within. Lying in State is also quite a big song. Poisonous Shadows is a good sort of epic song in the middle there. And Post American World, that was like the Symphony of Destruction of this album, which is an okay song. It's not as good as Symphony, no way. But anyway, The Emperor is my one underappreciated song from Dystopia. So there we have it. Those are all the underappreciated songs from Megadeth's albums. Write in the comments if you agree, disagree. What songs do you think are underappreciated or overappreciated? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned for maybe, I don't know, I might do this for Maiden next or Metallica next. I don't know. Somebody big-ish, I don't know. Alright, stay tuned.